Hey, how's it going today? I'm Skitty Beans, and today we are going to be learning from a wildlife expert. His name is Forrest Gallant, I think is how you say his last name. But he's a wildlife expert, and we're gonna do a little reaction inception because he's gonna be reacting to some viral animal TikToks, but he's gonna be breaking them down and kind of explaining animal behavior. And I thought this would be kind of interesting to watch and probably learn maybe like some more insight about maybe like a wider variety of animals. So I thought this would be kind of an interesting one to watch today. If you do have the time, please leave a like and subscribe. I would appreciate it a bunch. And I have Forrest's video linked in the description below. And if you do have any suggestions for other animals, videos, channels, anything that's animal related, you leave them in the comments below. I'm always looking for stuff to watch. So pretty excited for this one. Pretty excited to see what we're going to learn in this. So let's go.
As a wildlife expert, I've personally encountered thousands of species. And in this video, my team has put together a list of the most viral animal videos on TikTok for me to react to and maybe even break down some of the behavior on display. Let's jump right in. All right, first video here, keeping in mind I have no idea what any of these videos are. I lied, I do know this video because I actually filmed this while I was in the Pantanal. So
imagine that. You get to react to your own video. 36 million views. Damn, that's awesome.
Really, really cool. What you're seeing here is a jaguar that has grabbed a caiman out of the water, and this is the only place in the world where these animals will actually do this, and drag it up the riverbank to feast on it. Now, when you look closely at the video, something that a lot of people don't realize is this animal was not killed by this jaguar in this video. In fact, it may have been killed either by a poacher, and that's why it's missing its tail, which
Oh, it is missing a tail. Oh, that seems so terrible. I hate poachers.
is where the majority of the meat is, or it could have been killed and died of natural causes, and part of the animal has been eaten away, referring to the caiman. So
I guess that could be it too, but that tail looks like it got pretty clean cut off, though. Seems a little sus to me.
So this is really interesting because in the Pantanal, in this very specific region, it's the only place in the world that you can take a boat and go down the river and reliably and actively see jaguar predation. You can see these amazing jungle cats coming down.
They're gorgeous. Oh, they are so pretty. Oh, I don't know if I'd want to actually see one like in real life in the wild, but they are really, really pretty.
And stalking crocodilians, capybaras, all kinds of things to eat here because there's been so much ecotourism in this area for so long that these animals have become habituated and aren't scared of boats like they used to be.
Oh.
This was a 1 in a million sighting though, and it was so exciting to see. I was squealing like a little girl. I was trying to take photographs with my good camera, but at the end of the day, I dropped that and grabbed my wife's iPhone and shot this video, and it totally blew up. All right, this one's...
That's cool that yeah, like what are the odds that you could have caught that ever again, or I guess even in your lifetime of being out in the wild like that? That's cool. That's way cool.
It says new fear unlocked and has a hippo charging a boat. Now, to be clear, this hippo is actually mock charging. Oh, until the end. So you see the boat driver there. This is actually a really good bit of animal behavior. So as you watch the video here, what you see is the hippo comes in, it's posturing, it's puffing up its chest, it's opening its mouth, it's exposing its teeth, it's going, don't invade my habitat. And the reason being, and this is an important note if you're ever on a canoe safari in southern Africa, the reason being, the driver of this boat has positioned his boat between where the hippo feels safe, which is the deep water where it can be fully submerged, and the hippo being out of water. This hippo is not being territorial. It's not trying to attack out of aggression. It's because it's scared and it's nervous. And the way that it feels comfortable is by submerging in deep enough water. But the boat is in the deep water and the hippo is coming from the shallow. So it feels no choice but to attack and threaten the boat in order for the boat to move, for it to get into the deep water. Now, the problem is the boat driver does not decide to move the boat at rapid enough speed for the hippo to make the decision that it can now feel safe by submerging, so it feels as though it has to attack. And what you see is as the boat pulls away, the hippo turns and starts chasing the boat in the whitewater, in the wake of the boat, to attack it, because now it feels as though the boat is actually trying to combat the hippo for territory or space.
Oh, I see what he's saying. Oh, that seems kind of mean. Like, just leave him alone or be further out, you know? Because, like, he's just chilling over there. Oh, the poor hippo, he was just scared.
As though it has to attack. And what you see is as the boat pulls away, the hippo turns and starts chasing the boat in the whitewater, in the wake of the boat, to attack it, because now it feels as though the boat is actually trying to combat the hippo for territory or space or being aggressive. Versus if the boat had just zipped by, or better yet, had just been out in deeper water, the hippo would have run into the deep water, fully submerged itself, and you wouldn't have got this aggressive behavior.
Oh, so like if he was just further out, then the hippo could either just go hide because it didn't want to like be near the boat, or you could have just gone faster and then the hippo would have been like, whatever, you know? Oh, I kind of feel bad for the hippo in that situation.
So that's all about just understanding wildlife behavior. All right, rhino versus elephant. This is like OG battle royale. So you have an
Oh my god, it just ran over its baby. Oof. Oh god, this looks chaotic. This looks like chaos ensuing right here. I wonder what started this.
All right, rhino versus elephant. This is like OG battle royale. So you have an African elephant here, and then you have a white rhino next to her baby, southern white rhino next to her baby, defending, is a white rhino, right? Yes, it is. Defending her territory here. And really, she just feels threatened by the young elephant here. And so they're just having a little go of it. And so you see how the baby gets behind mom. Mom is standing up for her baby. She doesn't actually want to take on the elephant. She knows she's outmatched in size, strength, and weight, but she's just giving her baby the opportunity to escape and not get trampled by the elephant.
Oh, yeah, I did see. Yeah. You do see it.
You see how the baby gets behind mom?
Yeah.
Mom is standing up for her baby. She doesn't actually want to take on the elephant.
And then there goes the baby. Okay. They're just having a little tussle. It's like a no big deal situation, maybe. She's just a little overprotective, as, you know, any mama would be. I get it.
In size, strength, and weight, but she's just giving her baby the opportunity to escape and not get trampled by the elephant. They're likely competing for the resource of water. If you look around, everything's dry and there's just this small seasonal pan. So it's, you know, these kind of interactions likely happen on a daily basis. These people were just lucky enough to actually see it and capture it on film.
Is it on a daily basis where, like, you know, it's just kind of like, I want the water right now, and then if, you know, if they end up leaving and the rhino comes back, like everything's fine, there's like a, you know, everybody just fights all the time type of situation? I wonder.
All right, next up here, we have a lemon shark. All right, so as I watch the video here, he looks like he's smiling. He's got his mouth open.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if this one has a jaw injury. No.
When people find out Snooty the lemon shark has a permanent smile and likes nose rubs, it does look like it's smiling. Water puppies.
No, I don't think so. I think he's just being kind of a doofus and swimming with his mouth open. But don't let that smiley demeanor fool you. Well, obviously, I never want to villainize any sharks. Lemon sharks are one of those ones that you look at them, you're like, oh, they're big, but they're chill. There's tons of them. You can hop in. That scar right there and one on my foot are both from lemon sharks. I've been bitten twice by sharks, and both times 100% my fault, not the sharks. It's from complacency around lemon sharks, because the second you drop your guard, the second you stop paying attention to what's going on, you have an accident. And you kind of see it happening in this video, right? This lemon shark's incredibly calm, cruising up, the fins are down, everything's fine. But if you didn't stop it and put your hand out in front of its nose and rub its ampullae of Lorenzini like the diver is doing in this video, that lemon shark potentially would have kept swimming, bumped into your body part, and gone, what is that? Is that a bit of fish I smell on your wetsuit? I'm gonna find out. And it's like bump, bite straight away.
Oh, I wouldn't even thought about that. Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, you always gotta be careful. You just gotta be real cautious. But I mean, obviously, no harm, no foul in this. But yeah, I wouldn't, that never even crossed my mind, to be honest. It never, that. But I mean, it looks like it's pretty chill though. And I do like how he said, like, yeah, he's been, I guess bitten by those sharks, but it was totally his fault. It's kind of like that was like a my bad situation instead of, blaming the animal. So that's good. That's good.
And it's not because it's trying to attack you, it's not trying to kill you, it's trying to do an investigative bite to see whether or not you're food.
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
can
yeah.
tell you, those investigative bites suck. So very cute, very good snoodle boop on that lemon shark, but you gotta do it, otherwise you end up with some pretty bad stitches.
Oh yeah. I mean, that is fair though. Like if they are curious and they're gonna use their mouth to be curious, it's not so much of them being mean, they're just doing their animal thing.
This appears to be filmed in an aquarium. Yes, certainly an aquarium. And the aquarist in the video here is filter feeding a whale shark. So you see the whale shark is opening and closing his mouth, so he's filtering the water in this aquarium. And the aquarist on scuba has a squirt bottle of zooplankton, which is what whale sharks eat, and they're squirting it. But because this is in an aquarium, the whale shark is habituated. It's used to being fed this way. So you see it sort of following his keeper, opening and closing his mouth to push water over those gills, which act as a seine to take in those tiny little zooplankton microorganisms, which are incredible that they can fuel literally the largest fish in the world. Okay.
That is crazy. That's insane. That's such a cool, that seems like a cool job. I mean, that would make me nervous, but that's cool. And at least it looks like it's getting taken care of.
Because this is in an aquarium, the whale
That's
shark is
cool,
habituated.
though.
It's used to being fed this way. So you see it sort of following his keeper, opening and closing his mouth to push
They
water
look like
over
gentle
those gills,
giants.
which act as a seine to take in those tiny little zooplankton microorganisms, which are incredible that they can fuel literally the largest fish in the world. Okay, you've got a big, beautiful male lion having a drink from a seasonal pan. Oh, African helmeted terrapin. So, fearless. Ooh, stinky. This one just must. You smell that? Stinky. These guys are absolutely fearless. One of the reasons they're one of my absolute favorite turtles, and he's pooping on my desk. Can you guys grab me a...
Oh my god. He's just trying to show him off. Poor turtle. She's just having a day with it. That's cool. He has one.
Absolutely fearless. One of the reasons they're one of my absolute favorite turtles, and he's pooping on my desk. Can you guys grab me a paper towel? He's pooping on my desk while I'm doing the video here. But these guys are so cool. Now, this one's been hand raised, so he doesn't have that cheekiness that the one in this video does. But these are native to Southern Africa. Oh, he's peeing all over me. He's not enjoying his cameo.
He is. Oh god. Just like, no. Maybe it's stage fright. Stage fright makes him poop and pee all over the place. Poor little guy.
But these are
cute,
native
though.
to Southern Africa. Oh, he's peeing all over me. He's not enjoying his cameo in this video. He's peeing all over me, musking. It's that terrible, terrible smell that we're smelling here. But these guys are absolutely ruthless. They'll literally take on a giant lion because they so want to eat and defend their territory. This is just a baby, but they get as big as that one chasing the lion around. Oh, Tommy, take my stinky turtle back.
Why'd you smell it if they're stinky? Ugh. They're cool though.
They get as big as that one chasing the lion around. Oh, Tommy, take my stinky turtle back.
Stinky.
Put him in the, thanks buddy, put him back in the tank. Whew. Video says how different animals see the world. So first one up, we have cats. I've always wanted to do a TV show like this where you look through animal vision. So we're looking at
that'd be
night
cool.
here. Humans see very black. Cats have more cones and rods, so they're able to see much better at night. It's a well-known thing. Pigeons,
right.
Pigeon vision is kind of interesting. It's sort of this fisheye warped zoom-in vision. So,
oh, that's how pigeons That's like pigeon vision. Oh, huh. This never even was a thought in my mind of how, I mean, like, I always wondered, like, I guess, how well they see, or most birds, but this is cool.
Pigeon vision is kind of interesting. It's sort of this fisheye warped zoom-in vision. So like a lot of birds, they sort of live in a telephoto lens world where they can zoom in. And that's why you can be sitting in a cafe and drop a crumb of bread from your delightful sandwich, and a pigeon will swoop in from the 35th floor of a skyscraper, because they live in this sort of telephoto zoom-in world, and they see that crumb come off of your bread loaf or whatever you're eating and swoop down to gobble it up.
That's really impressive. That's really cool. They got that good vision.
So flies, this is kind of interesting. A lot of people don't know this, but flies have a very broad panoramic vision. This shows it in a pinkish hue. Maybe they do. I didn't know about that. But there's so many other cool animal visions too. And one day I'll do a show.
That's cool. Oh yeah, he should do that.
Animals. But
I would be really interested in watching that.
Vipers that see in heat vision. You have animals that see in infrared. You have dogs that see in a variation of black and white. I mean, the way different creatures see is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Oh man, on the Wild Times podcast, which is my podcast, we played that audio, audio, and I couldn't figure out for the life of me what it was, but it's the crazy sound that these shoebill storks make.
Oh, I think I've seen this video. This one's cool.
So these storks, listen to the sound, listen. That's an animal. He's gonna do it again. Here, listen. It sounds like a machine gun. It's absolutely crazy. These are one of the coolest storks in the world. I'd love to see them.
They're
from
cool.
Central Africa. They're predatory storks, which is why they have that giant, thick bill for grabbing and crushing things in the swamplands. And they make that insane call to communicate with each other. Such a cool bird. When I finally make it to the Congo,
they're way cool.
High up on my list of things to see, that's for sure.
I like those birds.
All right, this just says daredevil, and there's a male mallard floating down a creek. It's not really a creek because it's rushing, and he is going for it here. And
that's one ballsy duck. He's just going with it. He's just going with it. It's fine.
Creek. It's not really a creek because it's rushing.
At least it gets out.
He is going for it here. And that's it. For some reason, that gets a gazillion views, and it's literally just a mallard duck in a fast-moving body of water.
Fair enough.
The internet's such a weird place, but
yes,
hey, if we
it
didn't
is.
have it, you wouldn't get to see funny videos of ducks in a creek. So
true.
There you go. All right,
I agree.
Next up, we have another orca. Look, I've already raved about orca intelligence. This orca is literally meeting a human baby, and you can see it through the glass of the aquarium. This orca is trying to get closer to the baby. It's trying to investigate it. It's looking at it. It's eyeballing it. It's likely using its sonar to grasp that this is a small mammalian creature. It's doing these loving sort of head nod things, going up, seeing if it can come over, if it can spy hop, like we talked about in that other video, to look over and see the baby. I mean, it just shows the intelligence of these animals, why they don't belong in captivity like this.
I love that. That was such a sweet video of that orca trying to look at the baby. That's so sweet.
Spy hop, like we talked about in that other
video.
I
love it. Look at it. Oh, that's cute. I love how inquisitive how it looks too. I love that. I love it. Love it. Love it. That little baby has no clue. It's just like, oh. But it's adorable though. Baby's cute. This whole interaction is, I love it. I love it.
To look over and see the baby. I mean, it just shows the intelligence of animals, why they don't belong in captivity like this.
I do agree with him there. Though there's definitely some things that I have learned over the very short time of watching so many of these animal videos of I have to agree with him. I do feel like there's so many animals that just shouldn't be in captivity or be in zoos, but I get it, you know.
Another hippo. This one is clearly hand raised in a zoo. I've done this myself where you feed them watermelons and it shows their bite force. They crush through the watermelon like you're eating a grape. They love it. They are herbivorous. A lot of people think hippos, because of those big teeth or whatever, might be carnivorous, eat fish, whatever. They don't. They only eat grasses, fruits, and vegetables.
Grasses, fruits, and vegetables. I know, I think hippos, I feel like hippos are one that when I was younger, I thought hippos were really cool, really cute, and I don't know if I had any concept of temperament when I was younger, so I just always thought they were cool and like kind of like cutesy fun animals, you know. And then I got older, and then it seemed like a lot more stuff that you saw about them. It was like, oh, hippos are huge assholes, but I don't know if that's true either. I think maybe they're, you know, probably a little bit more aware, temperamental, maybe more protective is probably a better word, but I also am not 100% sure. I should probably watch a video about hippos. But I've always liked hippos. I always thought they were kind of cool.
Carnivores eat fish, whatever they don't. They only eat grasses, fruits, and vegetables. And because of that, oftentimes people think they're cute. There's movies like Fantasia's. Hippo.
Oh yeah, Fantasia. I totally forgot about Fantasia. Aren't they don't they dance around like ballerinas? Is that what they were? God, I haven't. Oh God, I feel super old. I don't even remember the time. You know, like I mean, it's been this point decades. Ugh, since I've seen Fantasia. Decades.
Are gnarly. They are territorial, they're aggressive, they're very nervous creatures, which has them have this erratic and aggressive behavior.
Okay, so they are just like nervous. Okay. I mean, it makes sense. I ain't hating on it.
They're very nervous creatures, which has them have this erratic and aggressive behavior. I personally have been flipped out of a canoe by a hippo. I'm very lucky that nothing worse happened. Hippos are crazy. Don't underestimate the hippo. Speaking of,
I would agree. Don't underestimate the hippo. I 100% agree.
In our next video, we have another hippo here. This is a sub-adult, not a baby, not an adult, and he's going up to greet a giraffe. And they're just rubbing noses at the zoo, and it's utterly adorable.
It's super cute. I love giraffes. Giraffes are probably like way up on my like favorite animal tier lists. They're pretty high up there. I love them. I think they're gorgeous. I love the giraffe print that they have on them, like that pattern that they have. I think it's pretty. I don't know. There's something about giraffes that just I just love them.
And I think this is a situation where two hand-raised captive animals are sussing each other out because they feel no threats. They've never had to encounter predators. They don't have issues with that. So they're just having a nice little sniff of each other. All right.
Which is kind of sweet to see, though, you know, that nobody feels threatened or anything in that situation. So they can just be curious of each other safely. That's cute. I like it.
So I see a big bird here. Oh,
big, wow.
Beautiful humpback whale in slow-mo, full breach, absolutely perfectly captured. You can see all the growth of the algae and the barnacles on the humpback.
Whoa.
That really shows the raw power of these animals, right? This is a magnificently large cetacean, this giant humpback whale, launching out of the water and breaching.
Look at it. That's cool. See, I would love to see something like that. That's incredible. I love this.
And there's a lot of theories as to why they do that, but one of the main ones is to remove parasites from their skin. So they are such a large, slow-moving animal. As you can see in this video, they get covered in all kinds of growth. That can be algal growth, that can be crustaceans, that can be all kinds of things. And so by hopping up like that and choosing a flat spot of water and then smacking down, think like a belly flop, that actually disrupts all of that growth and all of the things that are gripping onto the skin and sort of frees them up from parasites.
I didn't know that. That's cool. See, it's like stuff like that. Like, how do they know? How do they know that, like, okay, so if I do this, it'll get rid of like all the junk that's on me. Incredible.
And all of the things that are gripping onto the skin and sort of frees them up from parasites. So it's a very clever and beautiful thing to see when a humpback breaches with that raw power.
Yeah.
Okay, in our last video here, Oh, this is unbelievable. So you have a regular colored leopard standing in front of a melanistic leopard, and this is likely from Ngauruhoe National Park in the south.
Oh, they are gorgeous. Oh, wow. Oh, they're beautiful.
South of India, where I went there specifically looking to see these melanistic leopards, and we saw a handful of regular colored leopards, tigers, all kinds of beautiful stuff. But these are a crown jewel of rarity, these melanistic leopards. But if you're ever looking for one, that's the place to go. Ngauruhoe National Park in the south. Anyway, that was a lot of fun. It feels good to just sit back and watch animal TikToks. I could literally do this all day long. Speaking of, if you like this, let me know if you'd want me to do it again.
Yes,
if you have any videos you want me to react to, pop a link in the comments and maybe I'll check them out. And hey, let's get out there and make our own animal videos. How's that sound?
Oh no, I'm good.
As a wildlife expert,
let me pause it here. I'm good. I definitely don't want to make my own, but I will. I 100% support you, sir. I know he gets out there, and I applaud him for that. But I ain't about that life. I'm more than happy to watch and learn from him. I like this video though. This was great. I love his explanation of things too. Like it doesn't get too like I guess nerdy to where I don't understand what's being said, but it's just enough that you kind of get like a very good insight to just a few different kinds of animals. This was a great video. I enjoyed it. So thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you guys have a great day, and if you don't mind, if you could leave a like and subscribe, it'll help me out a bunch, and I will see you guys in the next one.